Harmeet Dhillon is with us, Republican National Lawyers Association board member. And you, ma'am, you were the lawyer who represented one of the people at Google who had been censured because of his conservative views. Now, I've been saying all morning that Google, to me, is Big Brother. I don't like it. What say you?
I couldn't agree with you more, Stuart. I represent several former Google employees or people who apply for jobs at Google who are conservative or white or male, and there is absolutely discrimination at Google on an ideological viewpoint. So whatever Sundar Pichai is telling Congress this morning is simply not true. There's ample evidence of that, not just with my clients, but many others. And on top of that, Google suppresses conservative voices on YouTube explicitly. Google encourages advertisers not to advertise on conservative outlets like Breitbart. Google manipulates search engine results to call Republicans Nazis. And Google engages in all kinds of other filtering and suppression activities that are highly questionable. That's just on the conservative side. But as you've also mentioned this morning, they are also willing to work hand in hand with the most authoritarian dictatorships in the world, such as China and others, to customize those nations' surveillance on their own citizens and enabling their human rights violations. So this is pretty terrible stuff when you combine the lack of morality with the huge market power.
Do you think that this is the start of our society coming to grips with social networks, coming to grips with this technology, and trying to work a path as to how we either regulate it or break it up or in some way control it? Is this the start?
Stuart, I wish I could say I believe that, but I actually don't. This isn't the first time there have been hearings on this. We've had hearings in September and earlier, and what you saw is members of Congress, frankly, don't understand social media or the internet. It's kind of embarrassing for me to see that type of performance. So they're going to read out some statements that their staffers wrote for them, but they're all getting paid by Google and Facebook and these big companies through their lobbyists. And so the way things work in Washington is people talk about it and then nothing happens. And we have a conservative administration for 2 years. They have done absolutely nothing in the Trump administration to look at antitrust issues and take any action to have FCC, FTC, and some of these other regulatory agencies whose job it is to make sure that if a company steals our data and lies to us and misuses it, that they're held accountable. But none of that has happened so far.
Yet there is no liability, is there?
That's right.
To my knowledge,
they get off scot-free. They come and lie to Congress. What Sundar Pichai is saying, that there's no anti-conservative bias, it's a lie. I can't put it any other way. And yet, people are going to nod and ask him questions respectfully as if he has some special insight. The reality is that that corporation, like many others, answers only to the almighty dollar or yuan. And there is a big market in China. The Chinese market is much bigger than the European market. And so they don't really care that there's a dictatorship there where people are being blocked from searching for Nobel Peace Prize or human rights or Dalai Lama or other important phrases. I mean, this is much more dangerous. One more point I want to share with you is that just recently, Google banned a top Chinese dissident, Ai Weiwei, from visiting Google's headquarters in New York in the United States because they were afraid that Google might upset China with this dragonfly thing going on if they allowed it. So that's what we're talking about.
Yes, sir. It's really extraordinary stuff. Harmeet, thank you very much for being with us today. Appreciate it on a very important day. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.